Welcome, combatants. Welcome to the NXT TakeOver 25 breakdown, where we're going to talk about NXT TakeOver 25. It was a really great event, not only because of the matches, which were all really good, but there was another special reason that this was such a great event, and that was that it was in Connecticut, and not that it was just in Connecticut, but we all know Big AD over here he lives in the area, and he went and he attended NXT TakeOver 25 live, which I think is pretty amazing. So, AD, tell everybody, how was your trip? How was it? Well, it wasn't really a trip. How was the event though? Live.
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? It was cool. It wasn't really a trip. It's what, 15, 20-minute drive at most. Yeah, it was fun, dude. It was badass. Like it was it was a lot of fun. Like just thinking about it, I get a big ass smile on my face. It was dope. Um, the map, the atmosphere, the crowd was rowdy. Everybody that sat around us was really friendly. Like there was no like, oh, this dickhead's here. The one guy that was sitting next to us kept going back and forth all the time for beers. But you can't be mad at somebody for wanting a beer. So that got a little annoying. But other than that, that's just nitpicking. It was fun, man. It was especially fun to see my kid experience her first live wrestling event, right? And to watch her screaming and cheering and going along with the chants, it was dope. It was dope. The only issue I had was I saw later on people saying how good the Matt Riddle Roderick Strong match was. And I'm not saying in no way it was bad, but live, it didn't have that same effect that it had on TV. Actually, live, it looked a little sloppy, believe it or not.
That's interesting. Because when that was the first match of the card, which kind of surprised me a little bit that I thought it was a good choice. I seen it, on the network live, and I thought it was a great match. I thought it started. I kind of thought it started a little slow, but there was no. I mean, I wasn't mad about it. I was just, I was happy to be watching it, so I was just waiting. And I thought by the end of it, I thought that they really got it in there. I just love Matt Riddle though. Matt Riddle is really awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I'm not saying that it was a bad match, and not at all. I've seen guys try way harder and do way worse. So, and I've seen guys, wrestle and phone it in. I'm not saying that at all. Just compared to the night in whole, that was the part of the night where not that it, like I said, it's not that it was bad. It was just, when I rewatched it on TV, I found it better. And that's weird because you would think, oh, you were there live. It must have been awesome. And it was the total opposite. Live, it was just,
Hey, I got a question for you. Did you hear Mauro Ranallo at all, like from inside?
Nah. We heard him when he first came out, and he said hi to the crowd, and he introduced himself, and it was actually Beth Phoenix's first time sitting at the table, right at the announce table. So it was cool to see her introduction. We were, ABC, 15, 16 rows up. So how we were seated, right? All right, say you have ringside, right? Floor, right? Then you have that, in normal stadiums, you have that little arc, right? Right at the apex of that first little arc where it turns this way is where we were seated. So the ring from where we were seated, it almost looked at level.
Oh yeah, I got you. I can see what you're saying on that.
So everything with the ladder match, we could see clean because we were pretty much right in front of the ring. Like where the ring was from where we were sitting, it was like just me standing straight at you.
Yeah, that ladder match.
Yeah, it was really good, man. Dude, O'Reilly from Undisputed Era,
he's back.
That man, when we saw that, I was sitting all right, I was sitting, it was me, myself, my daughter, and my girl were sitting right, 1, 2, 3, right? With her in the middle of us. And when he got pushed off that ladder and fell on his back, I heard my girl go, "Ay!" She was like, she even said it. She was like, "Listen, I will never call wrestling fake again because there's no way you could fake getting hit like that."
Man, it was incredible. I I think that Riker did a good job putting over like their stable. Like it was like everybody hated it. Why? What the hell? But then he got, man, when they started slamming the ladder into him, boom, boom, all of them teamed up to get him out of there. That was cool. I like that. And then I was kind of surprised with the outcome for that match. I'm not upset about it, but I was surprised.
That dude, from Street Profits, what's his name? The dude that does most of their high flying.
I think it's Montez Ford.
Montez Ford. That dude got ups. When you see him live, yo, dude, he clears the top rope by like 5 or 6 feet when he jumps off that middle of the ring. Like, it's ridiculous the distance and the height that dude gets when he jumps. When he jumped from the top rope,
he sprung all the way to the top. It was just like, hello, boom.
It was cool. In my predictions, I predicted the undisputed era was going to take it.
I think that's what I said. I think that's what I said. I don't remember.
But yeah, man, it was dope.
Well, yeah,
it was really dope.
So, seeing that you were there live, you had pretty good
shit. Seats. I'm just getting my voice back today. Like, really, is where I could speak and it doesn't crack on me.
Well, what was the entrances like? Did you get a good eye on the entrances?
The entrances were cool. The dimensions of the arena that they were in, the camera angle, like I said, when I went home later and I watched it on the network, they made the ramp look so much longer than it really was. The entrance area where they came in, the screen was nice and clear. You got a good view of them. The sound system was a little whack, far as like hearing their music drop. Right, and like when Undisputed Era comes out, you know how that graphic comes up. It says "shock the system."
Yeah.
Right. You could barely hear that "shock the system" thing. So, audio wise, it was a little whack. The ramp in which they came in was short, so you didn't really get the feel for that epic entrance. By the time you could hear the music, and obviously certain people get a real big pop. Right?
Yeah.
But the guy who was rapping for Adam Cole, we could barely hear him. I don't know if it was that the crowd.
Did you watch that back on TV?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. But man, we got to get to that. What was next? I can't remember what was next. I think it was Tyler Breeze versus
Velveteen Dream. That match was dope. That match was dope.
Tyler Breeze, I'm so glad he's back in NXT, man. All you gotta do is just put that kind of stuff. It shows like he's got to be happy. He can actually wrestle. He wrestled a good match at TakeOver. Everyone loved it. It was great, and it had a good storyline sense. He was the Prince Pretty from back in the day. He was doing the spotlight on him, and then he left for the main roster, and then Velveteen Dream came up, had the spotlight. So he comes back. It's kind of like who gets the spotlight. So yeah, it was fantastic. I love both of them. I love Velveteen Dream, and the way he won. Yeah, the way he won.
Velveteen Dream is always going to be Patrick to me. I'm sorry.
It's all right though. Patrick was really good, and he's still really good.
Yeah, man. It was a lot stiffer than I expected it to be. They hit each other hard with certain things, and they sold well for each other, and the pace of the match never stopped. It was like go, 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 go. And even when they were both kind of down and hurt, they didn't linger there very long.
See, that's one thing that Velveteen Dream is really, really good at, is when he's wrestling, he can go like long distance, but he sells like he's dead. And
Mm-hmm.
I love when wrestlers can do that, like because they're believing, he makes it believable. Like, man, he has nothing left, but in fact, he's fine. Like, I mean, he got plenty
Yeah,
of
gas tank.
for sure.
Yeah, that was a good match. After that was Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai.
I really, really like Io Shirai.
Her entrance was dope. That's the one entrance that was dope. I'm gonna go on record now, and I have people to prove it. Remember when she did the moonsault with the chair? That the crowd started chanting "You deserve it" to Shayna Baszler.
That was hilarious.
I started that.
You
I'll
started.
take full credit. I started the "You deserve it" chant.
That's facts. 100% facts.
I started that.
Everyone,
I watched it back on TV.
Combatants, if you watch this, share it, man, share it. Have everyone watch it. We got the guy who started that chant because that was a great moment. I thought it was hilarious. It was irony at its best.
It was excellent. It was dude, the kendo stick that Candice LeRae came out with, 35 feet long. It's like they take two of them together, right, real quick. That thing, I'm telling you, those old school spears that medieval people used to use to stop the horses?
Yeah.
That's what that fucking kendo stick looked like. It was ridiculously too big. And it broke so easily over Jessamine Duke's back. But it was a fun night, man. That match was good. I appreciate Shayna Baszler more now watching her live than I did on TV. You know what I mean? Especially because I know what kind of MMA background she comes from. So when I see her do things in the ring, I know that she's holding back, and it kind of bothers me because I know she could strangle or beat the literal shit out of any of these girls.
You know what, though? I will say that. Let me say this about that, though. There's one thing that I do like about that, and it could be coincidence, it could be not. But what a lot of people don't know about her MMA career, because a lot of people got introduced to her on The Ultimate Fighter when they just got it started. But what a lot of people don't know is that she was holding it down for women's MMA for like 10, 12 so years before that. Like, she was like legendary in underground because no one really knew about it too much. So I kind of like that same vibe where she's kind of like down below in NXT, like tearing it down, making a legend. And then when she gets up there, I don't know, we're all talking about WWE main roster as something to be looking forward to. It's already getting to the point. I hope she stays in NXT, honestly. But if you want to look at it like it's supposed to be looked at, then underground, she's getting really good. And then boom, gets the main roster. And then she could just obviously it would go better off for her in the WWE than it did in the UFC.
I mean, but will it? Will it though? In NXT, it's watching NXT. If I was a big NXT star, and not even a big NXT star, at the very beginning of the night before it went on air for you guys, we got to watch Keith Lee wrestle Kona Reeves or whatever that dude's name is.
That was on NXT this week.
But it was the opening match for us.
Right, they do that. They like the NXT after takeovers. They always do those those little dark matches. They air those. They tape those for the NXT afterwards. So like that match and a couple more you probably seen. We ended up seeing because I watched NXT on Wednesday night.
Yeah. The Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, like those matches, the crowds were cheering and chanting and banging. They were loud there. Like I don't know if on TV you could appreciate how literally loud that fucking place was.
I did.
And it was the first match of the night. Dude, it was the first match of the night. People were still walking in with their fucking $5 popcorn. Let me tell you about $5 popcorn. That box was this big, man. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyway, they fucking rape you there. So first match of the night, Keith Lee comes out. Everybody's like, "Oh, bask in his glory." The whole place is rocking, stomping, and that's the first match of the night, the curtain jerker, right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave that? Right? to go chase R-Truth around for an ugly fucking title, because that's what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna get called up, right? You're gonna have a debut where everybody gets to know you on national TV. You power slam somebody, hit somebody with a chair, and then 2 weeks later, you're chasing R-Truth around for a shitty title with hobbly ass Matt Hardy chasing behind you.
Bro, you can't do this to yourself. Don't. It's a curse. Don't bring up the title. You can't. Just leave it alone. We're not talking about NXT. You're gonna go off on a. You're gonna go off on a. You man, come on, man. No. I refuse to let
my kid's NXT title is nicer than that goddamn green belt. All right, we're not gonna get into it. Take this away from me before I get upset. Just to get off the topic, like you said, man.
But
Tyler Breeze made the best decision he could make.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure they told him, "Hey, we want you to take selfies chasing R-Truth around," and he was like, "Excuse me? Nah, send me back to." I'm pretty sure he went to Hunter and said, "Listen, I want to go back to NXT."
Oh, you know he did. You know he did, definitely. And I hope that Adam Cole stays in NXT, and I hope that Johnny stays in NXT.
So
because the main event was, honestly, let me put this out there before you put your thoughts on the main event. I just want to put this out there. I like this match better than I like the 2 out of 3 falls match. I loved the 2 out of 3 falls match, but I like this match better because this right here this is starting something between these two that's kind of crazy now if you think about it. It's hilarious actually now if you think about it. They're gonna have another match, and I'll explain why. Okay, so in a second, we'll talk about the match and then I'll explain why. So the match was great. How was it to watch Adam Cole live?
Dude, we waited all night to scream, "Adam Cole!" Do you see that?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that dude, I may be jumping out the window. I think top 3 wrestlers in the world right now. That dude is good. He's good. He's good. I know they call Johnny Gargano Johnny Wrestling. I think Adam Cole, charisma-wise, mic skill-wise, in-ring performance-wise, he's head and shoulders above Johnny Gargano. And I know that may sound blasphemy to some people, but
Johnny's better but that doesn't take away from Adam Cole in ring. But Johnny's talents are really like in ring. How many 5-star matches and even higher than that he's had? I wonder what this one's going to get rated because
Johnny Gargano can't do that without the proper dance partner.
No, I mean he's had plenty. I mean we could go down the list of 5-star matches that he's had in NXT. Mm-hmm. I think that honestly I think that role is reversed. I think that people are getting the right dance partner when they match up with him. Like Johnny is really, really good. He's Johnny Gargano. He is Johnny Wrestling. He's that good. Watch, you see the rating come out. The last match, I believe, Adam Cole was 5.5, highest in WWE ever. Him and Adam Cole is who we're talking about. But yeah, so this is what I think is going to happen. So Adam Cole, crazily enough, hit the Panama Sunrise. I think that's what it's called. And then he hit the last shot. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that Canadian Destroyer is the Panama Sunrise move or whatever, that Canadian Destroyer where he hops down and boom, hits him with the flip. Whatever. Yeah. Yep. Definitely, man. I loved Petey Williams.
Seeing that live, he did that shit to him he jumped off the ring and did it to him on the floor.
Yeah, that was wild, bro. That whole match was nuts.
Dude, you don't know. Yo. I'm telling you.
He won.
We had to do the podcast today because I lost my voice.
Well, this is what I know I think is going to happen because Adam Cole's been talking all this stuff about how he won the first fall. And Johnny was like, it was 2 out of 3 falls. I won the last 2. I won the match. And he was like, ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to beat you all by myself. And he did. He beat him a first fall again, all by himself. So now Adam has the claim to 2 first falls, but they both collectively have 2 victories and both collectively have 2 falls. So they should have another match, one big final match. I don't know. Any kind of match. I don't know. It'd be fun to watch. But that was amazing. AD, being there live, watching it back on TV. If you had to rate this show, which you're gonna rate this show, 1 to 5, what do you give it?
5. It was a 5.
A 5?
It was a 5. Yeah, it was a 5.
I give it
definitely 5.
I'll give it a 4.8.
4.8?
Because it's up there. Because all takeovers are probably like 4.5 to 5. Honestly, they're all really good. But that was
I'm gonna have to give it a 5 just for the experience in itself. But those matches with the people I was with, and not only just the people I went with, the people we were sitting around were fun. Like, if the matches would have been blaz, 3-star, 2-star matches, it still would have been an amazing night. But the reason why it gets a 5, because everything was dope. The crowd was dope. The wrestling was dope. I didn't have to sit through 20 minutes of promos of bullshit. They gave you enough time in between matches that you got to take a breath. You know what I mean? Maybe run and get a beer and run right back. Right? But
I know exactly what you mean.
But they also didn't drag out the night. Like, you got maybe 5 or 6 minutes in between each match, so you can look at the person next to and be like,
I want to go to a takeover. Now I want to go to a takeover.
Oh, dude, if the minute one comes anywhere within an hour of you, if it's within an hour of you, I suggest you go. I got lucky because it was 20 minutes away, right? And, without traffic, it was about, a 15-minute ride? Yeah, it was like a 15-minute ride. And believe it or not, the traffic getting out of there wasn't bad either. We got lucky. What took us long to get home is we stopped and got a Happy Meal. Yay, McDonald's. They are not a sponsor. Anyway, but if it's within an hour of you, shame on you if you don't go. I might have to stop being your friend.
Well, speaking of being friends, where can they find you? This is tell everybody where they can find you at AD.
You can find me here for now up until, you can find me here on the Combat Wrestling Network. You can also find me on Facebook at Adonis Nazario. And you know what, man? We could just tell them. As of June 23rd, we will no longer be on this channel. Myself and JB3 will be moving to our own channel. It's going to be called The Breakdown Boyz. You can find us there after June 25th. June 24th will be our last show. I believe it's a Stomping Grounds review. We'd like to thank Hunter, Nico, Harley, everybody involved with the channel for giving us a platform. We just feel like there's so much more we want to do. And in order to grow, you got to step out on your own. You can't do that under somebody else's, platform. So, yeah. You know what I mean? We're about to go do our own thing, so you'll be able to find us there. JB, where can they find you?
Hey, same thing. You can find me here until the June 23rd pops, June 24th, that area. And then we're going to be popping off with the Breakdown Boyz. We're going to be breaking down a lot of different things, a lot of different aspects of life. It's going to be a great channel. It's going to be a great time. Don't stop watching Combat Trivia if you.
Not at all.
Yeah, they're going to have some great matches. I might still compete. You know the rules. I got 3 challenges out there. We'll see if they're brave enough. So, yeah, this has been the NXT TakeOver 25 breakdown, and we broke it down for you. This is us. Pieces.
I'm AD. That's JB3. The Breakdown Boyz. And we out. Doses.